tomorrow. So we'll see how exactly these two teams are going to be faring. Uranus Gaming went completely undefeated throughout the entire group stages, so they are looking pretty poised to take this whole thing. They have already beaten Exo in the past, so they're probably pretty confident on feeling like they're going to be able to take this one as well. The three maps that we are going to be looking at will be on Flood Zone, Paracel Storm, and Lankang Dam. Flood Zone being the pick for Uranus Gaming, Paracel being the pick for Exo, which I don't really think is any surprise, as they did fairly well on it in the last game. And then, of course, our tiebreaker map, which is randomly, well, not randomly generated. It was the last map that was not picked out or banned for the series, and that's going to be Lankang Dam. So pretty interesting. We do have 2 3-flag maps, 1 4-flag. So Paracel Storm probably going to be a pretty lengthy match unless Uran just dominates completely. But we'll see if Exo is going to be able to earn their spot into the grand finals. No transport choppers here on this map, so it's really nothing too exciting right at the very breakout. Normally we did see the transport choppers heading over towards that B side, trying to get a couple of drop-offs on the top side to get some domination there with some straw so that they can rain down death from above. But not going to be the case this time. We do see both of the LAVs going over here towards that alpha site, and we'll see just how effective they are going to be. So far, it looks like Uran's going to be able to make it first. No shots coming in on him just yet, as we do see a really advantageous position here for Thunder. Already, we are seeing the LAV for Exo extremely low and does eventually go down. So that is going to be a massive loss here. No armor for Exo whatsoever at the beginning stages of this match. A is firmly into the control right now. We do have a 1-on-2 happening here towards the south, but John is going to get reinforced here in just a few seconds. He does finally end up falling, but these three players are going to have a bit of an issue with this LAV coming on in, as he should be able to take care of these infantry players fairly easily. He does have Burn OW with him. I'm sorry, Burn Wow. Didn't see the W there at the end. Does have Burn Wow with him, so that should be pretty easy cleanup overall. As, yeah, you are seeing him right now, just getting kill after kill. Will be able to take down. That was an environmental kill actually to finish that out, and we are looking like a potential 3-cap coming in at the very beginning stages of this match. And so far, Exo has yet to get a flag on the board. As you can see, 2 more getting cleared out right there, as they're trying to live over here. But guess what? Little Mark had a little bit of something else for him, and will be able to survive. Very, very, very low health, but will survive nonetheless. So now this LAV is just basically going to be zoning out any kind of players that are going to be transitioning down into this Charlie site. Really nothing that they can do at this point except for try and flood one flag. They need to just go ahead and pick one and stick with it. We are seeing, I don't even no clue what Michael's doing here in this situation. He's trying to get a little bit of a back rage, but they all spotted him out very easily. So there's really nothing that he can do in this situation. Yeah, he goes down almost instantly. As you do see John, I believe he was spotted out, or at least that player was spotted out, as he is kind of looking over there towards him. And yeah, I mean, there's not really anything you can do in this situation other than just flood one flag. Losing that armor piece right off the bat is pretty much what put a nail in the coffin here for the time being. But we are seeing just atrocious scores coming out right now. 247 tickets, which means that they have only lost 5. So Uran definitely looking strong. To be completely honest right now, I would just say screw going over here onto that C site until you get your LAV. So we do see the LAV up and running. He is going to be going over here towards Alpha. They need to just go ahead and flood in onto A. I'm serious, like just put in every person that you can possibly get. Maybe save 1 or 2 guys to go in towards the middle site, towards B site, just to try and get maybe some control up on the rooftops. But to be honest, right here, right now, you are going to be in such a terrible position. 52 hit points right now onto Spook Tree. And guess what? He doesn't have a rep. So that means that he is going to be completely alone here until we see somebody spawning in. Now he's down to 17 health. You're going to try and get some emergency repairs going down. His APS has been popped, but it's going to be too little too late. As you can see, the toe missile will be finishing him off, and it was at the toe. It was going to be the small that was going to come in, and that is going to be another kill. Thunder, currently the driver of the LEV, is 11-0. 2-0 there for Burn OW, or Burn Wow. And yeah, they're just really, really locking this stuff down completely, which honestly isn't too big of a surprise. Uran is, or they have some of the best players in the game on their team currently right now. and they were pretty dominant 10v10 force when 10v10s were active. Really, the only team that could consistently beat them towards the end, especially of WL, was Simthic. Noobs in War there for a while was the reigning champions, but we are going to be seeing Ravidia picking up one there. That's going to be Big Fish going down. Should be able to get the revive as well, and they are getting the burn. So they are able to quickly get this back under their own control. Alpha Flag, though, did get pressured, it looks like. Only one player is going to be back. Looks like a little bit too many coming in, but look at this. Junior's going to be coming up with a nice little two-piece to clean off that B site. That should be a pretty easy cap. And yeah, nobody really down here on the C. Well, we do have a couple of guys in C. They're in the shop. But with these spawns coming up, it's going to be definitely going into their favor here. As you can see, more and more are starting to come on in towards that gas station. Publicity, though, I don't think he was spotted out, but that LAV is definitely going to be gearing towards him. He was, and you can see that tow missile doing the damage, taking him out easy, easy, as we do have Thunder now 14-0, as he is pretty much carrying the team on his back. Alpha is now going to be flashing back over. But we do see Spades potentially making his way over there towards it, but really it's going to be a pretty tough site to get a hold of. Alpha site will not be going over into the favor. John is going to go ahead, spawn in, does end up dying. LAV will be able to take him down. Thunder, though, coming in from the backside, so there's literally going to be no place for this LAV to hide in, as the APS has been popped. We are going to be seeing some incendiaries being thrown out as well. A lot of rockets are going to be coming in. Oh, that APS was just perfectly timed right there, taking out the small that was coming over here, but really, really smart play coming in right now from Thunder. And we'll see if he's going to be able to clean this up. He has been able to get a couple of good shots there. He does have a rep as well. So you can see now the LAV is just kind of vying right now for the position. That is going to be an incendiary coming down to try and maybe zone out the repairs. But really, really good job right there from Exo, being able to survive in that situation. Most of the time, the burst damage from the toes combined with maybe a small is just too much. But the small actually got hung up on the railing here, which is why you did not see that kind of combo smack there. But we are going to see Mr. Publicity trying to make his way over here towards that B flag, and he will be able to stay alive. That's going to be 2 kills underneath his belt. Try to make it a third, but not going to be the case. Running out of steam there, as we do have Ravidia also going to be making his way over here towards Alpha. And this is just, I mean, really, Exo is just not spacing themselves out correctly. They're not being in the right positions to defend any of these flags. Now, we are going to be having looks like possibly all 3 flags going to be changing hands here in just a few seconds, as Vin making his way over here towards that Bravo side. There are a couple of people potentially above him. Nope, that's his own teammates, actually. As Vin will be able to pick up that first kill onto John, but they're not getting onto the burn just yet. Alpha and Bravo. Oh, nice little jump down there. Unfortunately, wasn't able to clean off that last kill. His teammate, though, oh, man. That would have been a beautiful pickup there, but not going to be the case. So we are going to be seeing Uran wiping up every single infantry player there onto Bravo. Stewie is sitting over here on C, but the problem with C-side is it's so disconnected from the rest of the map, it's really hard to reinforce anything. That's one of the reasons why back in the day it was so important to own. It was so important to own these buildings right here with those straws, because you could parachute basically anywhere in the map that you wanted to, and that's just not the case. If you're stuck over here onto that C side, it's just very, very hard, like I said, to reinforce any position. Ravidia, though, now he's going to be coming in from behind. Could catch all 3 of these players from Exo completely off guard. And he will be able to pick up that first one. Michael going down. And that is the ending sound, as we are going to be ending this out with 220 to 8 so far. As long as we don't have any spawns coming in from Uran, they are going to be able to keep this substantial hold onto this particular flag. Really, nothing that Exo can do in that situation. So we are now going to be switching sides. 220 tickets will be the final ticket count there for Uran. Let's go ahead So, I mean, really not much to say there. It was a pretty dominant game. I mean, honestly, 15-1 there for Thunder, 10-2 for Burnwow, 12-6 there for John, 10-3 for Junior. John and Junior both doing a fantastic job there as the infantry players sitting up onto that B site, pretty much owning it the entire time. And then really nothing that we could really see from the Chinese side, from Exo's side. They were, I mean, honestly, they were outclassed for the majority of it. That hit onto the LAV right at the beginning really sealed their fate for a while. They could have been able to come back maybe, but in that situation, I mean, you have got to just flood in onto the flag. I mean, I know it hurts and you're going to be losing some tickets, but it's better than a three cap. Three caps are, not only do they destroy you just in terms of tickets, but they destroy you in terms of morale as well. I mean, when you are completely shut out on any kind of flags on the map, it it hurts your psyche. I don't care how good of a player you are, you get frustrated and you have to come back in. And it takes a really good team and a really good players, good mindset to try and come back from that. So we'll see if this reset is going to be enough. But honestly, 220 tickets, we can basically only see Exo losing 32 tickets. And that's it. Like, if they lose more than 32 tickets, it's game over, which is most likely going to happen within the first probably 2 to 3 minutes of this match. So, I mean, there's no strategy to come back from this unless you're able to get a very quick kill on the LAV and secure yourself on 3 cap and then just not die the entire match. There's really no way to come back from this. Alright, so first initial shots are going to be off over here towards Alpha. And it does look like initially the shots are going to be here good for Uran, but they have stacked that Exo LAV to the brim right now, and they are going to be able to keep it up and alive for the time being. A couple of infantry players are going to be spawning in for Uran, try and get a few rockets off. 2 of them do connect, make that 3, and that is going to be another really quick kill there for Thunder, picking up 3 bodies on that LAV as well. So very good start, and as I said, you really had to have Exo winning out in that alpha battle on the LAV to allow them to help over here onto the C side, but they just weren't able to. Stewie is going to be down below, not going to be in any position really to do anything at all. We do see King Spades up top onto B, but the spawns are starting to come on in, 233 to 248, as Exo is about 9 tickets away from losing this game. And Spades is not going to be able to get that kill there. Joshua Redlon going to be hiding inside the burn. He does hear the footsteps outside. Will be taking a peek, and he does pick up 1 for his troubles. His teammate also takes down 1. So they managed to get a couple of kills. A little bit better start. I say a little bit better start just because they do have players that are actually on the flag, but it doesn't matter. As you can see there, we are going to be going over to our next map.